this show. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk to you about a few very important things here in the beautiful country of America. 2 days from now is the November 4th election. It's a very important election, although you would never know that because none of the mainstream media is even talking about it. No, they're not even talking about it. And the reason they're not talking about it is because the Democrats are going to lose their pants. We are going to flip the Senate. Thank all the gods, no matter whom you pray to. We are going to flip the Senate and finally get rid of that descendant of a horse thief, Harry Reid, who has blocked everything, who has presented these bills in the last 6 years, which is why no one thinks the Republicans do anything, although they do. But Harry Reid controls the Senate, so he refuses to allow anything to be voted on. So everyone in the country that's not knowledgeable or aware, unfortunately it's about 50% of you, you believe that the Republicans are a know-nothing party. Well, that's not true. If you flip Harry Reid, and I believe you're going to do that, glory, hallelujah. If you flip Harry Reid, you will see an unbelievable amount of activity in your Congress, which is what you need. There are so many important things going wrong with this country, our wonderful republic, and once and for all, this is a republic, not a democracy. There is only one democracy on the planet, and that's Israel. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. And in order for your republic to work the way it was designed, thank you, George Washington, the way your republic works is with the 3 branches of government actually working. Right now, you only have whatever that is infesting our White House, who does nothing but campaign, and you have Harry Reid, who stops anything from being voted on. Meanwhile, they find a way to spend as much of your money as humanly possible and give you practically nothing for it. Andrew Tomaresi, some of you may know who that is and some of you may not. Andrew Tomaresi is a Marine. He went to Afghanistan twice, 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. He is a hero. He is an American. He is a good guy. He has post-traumatic stress syndrome and he was getting treatment for it. He made a wrong turn and ended up in Mexico after telling them the truth that he had a couple of legally registered guns in his vehicle and that he made a wrong turn and he was trying to get back into California. And of course they arrested him, threw him in their pig pen jail, and he was sitting there for almost 7 months. Now, 2 days ago, Andrew Tomaresi was released, thanks to the good works of Montel Williams and quite a few other people, especially his mother, who simply would not give up and let him sit there and rot. 100,000 people signed a petition to be given to the White House. And the White House says, if you get 100,000 signatures on our petition, we'll do something about it. Well, they didn't. No surprise there. Andrew Tomaresi is an American, not a Muslim. So they left him sitting there and they refused to do anything about it. Meanwhile, everybody in the country went around them, which is what you have to do. Go around these suckers. Show them you're not dependent on them. Show them that you are really Americans. This is what I'm leading up to. Not one word has come out of our White House. Boy, is that badly named. Not one word has come out of our Black House about Andrew Tomaresi. Not one word. Not thank you for releasing him, you Mexican perverted president. Not thank you, Montel Williams, for spending all your time and probably your money to help get him out. Not thank you, Jill Tomaresi, his mother, for never ever giving up and going back and forth and trying to get as much help as she could from anybody she could get it from. Not one word, not a sound, not a nothing. It's like Benghazi revisited. This Tuesday, you have a chance. You have a chance, a real opportunity to get rid of all of this communist scum. And anyone who's a Democrat in our government today is communist scum. Any of them. Because they know what he's doing. The Senate knows what was going on. All these people running all around the country, Mark Begich for 1, Mary Landrieu for 2, Martha Coakley for 3. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But they all voted for Obamacare and then exempted themselves from it. They don't want to be under it. They would like to live. And if you're under Obamacare, you're not going to. All of these people understood what they were voting for, and they voted for it anyway. And they would vote for him again no matter what they tell you. And any of his horrifying communist socialist programs. You put them back in office again, and they're going to keep on voting for this travesty of nature. And that's what he is. Need I remind you one more time, if you finally don't get it, why you have the deadly silence from your mainstream media? Because they're frightened. They're paralytic with fear. They get their news ahead of time. They know what's going on better than you do, because half of the people they're married to are in the federal government. Yes, they are. 78% of the lobbyists who lobby Congress to get bills passed are involved with, married to, or related to your members of Congress. What does that tell you? It tells you that you don't have a chance with this bunch of Looney Tunes. They have to go. In my world, they'd be going a lot faster and in a much different way than voting. But you have a chance to vote them out of office. This is something that people have died for. Millions of people literally around the world. In this country, hundreds of thousands of men and women have died so that you can get off your butt and go and vote. It takes 20 minutes. I went to my local place, 240 South Military here in Palm Beach, with a lovely lady named Diane Parks, who was in charge of the elections. Everything went beautifully. Everybody was nice. The pathway was clear. Any questions you had were explained to you right away. You felt that you were in control of your vote. It took 20 minutes of your life. Is not your country worth 20 minutes of your life? If it's not worth 20 minutes of your life, please do me a favor and get the hell out of here. I'm getting ready to go to my first break.
Hi, good morning. I'm the owner of Chopstick Chinese Restaurant. My name is Scott Along. I'm serving Mandarin, Sichuan, Cantonese cuisine past 18 years. I'm only the Chinese restaurant who's serving the halal food from South Florida, and then we make fresh cake and everything made from scratch. So cooks in order. So please try us, and we're in downtown central location and under the Dark Bay building. As you can see, we have a catering tonight, 100 people. Mostly we do takeout, dining, delivery, and catering too. So we have price ranges start from $6 to in between $12 to $13. Try us. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Annie from Addictions Clothing. Welcome to my store. I have been in business many years. I have an eclectic variety of clothing for all sizes, all ages. We are moderately priced and we're currently in our annual sale. We would hope that you come and find lots of goodies because you won't be able to beat our prices. They're unbelievable. And our hours are from 10 to 4, Tuesday through Friday, or Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. And this is Nicholas. He works here on Wednesdays. He has good times with the customers and he entertains the customers as well.
Welcome back to the Holly Meredith Show. You might feel that I'm somewhat slightly off my mark when I say the things that I do, but I'm not. I am very, very, very intelligent. I am very, very careful about what I say. I investigate everything before I come on air and tell you anything. I back it up and verify and validate every which way you can do so before I open my mouth. That is the difference. I don't mislead, misspeak. I say exactly the way it is, and anybody who's interested can check for themselves. Again, I hide nothing. We are on the way to becoming a third world dictatorship. If I go through all the terrible things this travesty of nature has done to the country, I'll still be talking 4 weeks from now. But let us not forget a few of the main ones. For the first time in our history, we've had our credit rating reduced. For the first time in our history. For the first time in our history, we have left men behind that we could have helped. We have left men behind at Benghazi that we could have done something about, could have helped. Everybody knows it now, but it's 2 years later. And so many other things have happened in between that the guys in Benghazi have faded from your memory. Yes. And that again was the plan. That was the plan. Push it off. Don't talk about it. Pretend it's not important. We have Ebola. We have the travesty in the White House, or the Black House, actually inviting people who have Ebola into the country. Into the country. I want you just to take a deep breath if you have children or grandchildren. This person is bringing into our country for the first time in our history people who are infected with a deadly disease, 92% deadly, with no cure, no vaccine, and highly contagious. A president of almost any other country in the world would have put into place bans on travel, but not our guy. Nope, not our guy. Other countries have done so, and just last week, Canada has done it. Australia has done it. Half of Europe has done it. Half of the countries in Africa have done it. They are barring all of the people in those countries from flying into their own countries because they're trying to protect their own citizens, just as the president of this country should be trying to do. Don't you think? But he's not. No, he's not. Because the underlying premise of why this beast is actually there is to destroy this country. I don't know how many times I can say that or how many ways I can say it. Sometimes I think some of you must be absolutely blind or that you just refuse to see. There is no one so blind as those who will not see. That's right from the Bible. But this is a point of fact, if you want to know the truth, that you have to pay attention to. In the 6 years that this caricature has been the President of the United States, pick up your fingers and think of one thing. One. Just give me one, please. Give me one. One thing that he has done for the betterment of this country. One. I'm waiting. I'll give you 5 seconds. Because there are none. Everything this debacle has done has lowered our standing in the world, has made enemies out of our allies and allies out of our enemies. This man arms our enemies all around the world with your money. This man, within 3 weeks is all you have, is going to strike a bargain with Iran. Yes, he is. He's going to strike a bargain with Iran, allowing them the capability of nuclear power. Whether you understand the ramifications of that or not, let me make it clear, crystalline clear. The Ayatollahs of Iran have only one reason why they want nuclear power. They don't want it just to get electricity. If anybody thought that was really the reason they wanted it, nobody would stand in their way. The Ayatollahs of Iran want to be able to blow up Israel, number one. I mean blow it up. I mean remove it from the face of the earth. They say that quite clearly. They say it out loud. What do they have to do before you believe it? They say it and they will do it. Unless you think, oh no, they would never do that because of the retaliation they would get from other countries around the world. Here's the bottom line. They don't care because if they get blown up too, if the whole planet breaks apart, they truly believe they are going on to a wonderful paradise filled with virgins. Getting ready to go to my break. Holy Mary.
Hi, welcome Welcome to Muscle Beach, located at 501 East Atlantic Avenue, Delray Beach. We'd like you to join us for some of the finest, hand-picked, shipped daily Prince Edward Island mussels, along with the freshest seafood Delray has to offer.
Hello, good morning. I'm Ray Flo. This is my storage, Lake Worth Storage. We've been here, I guess, about 8 years. It's been great. Love Florida. Love the storage business. I was meant for this business. Come with me. We'll go inside. And here's the fantastic staff. Mr. Josh runs it. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And the quiet one. Look here, Marge. Look this way. Look this way. There you go. All right. So, well, there is a lot to run in the storage. There is no silver bullet to make it successful. We've been very successful. So, you got to have a few things. You know, you got to have, of course, the price has got to be right. You got to have a nice staff, congenial people. We have that. Place has to be clean. We have that. And we have to treat people with dignity and very nicely, and we do that. So we've got, you know, the price, the staff. We've been here a long time. We got a good record. Above all, though, it really should be secure. And we have very little problems with that here. We're very secure. We've got 14 cameras there and some more here. So yeah, we're set for the public. We're set up. Excellent.
Hello and welcome back to the Holly Meredith Show. I want to tell you one other little tidbit about our lovely imposter in the White House. This person, this travesty, this mistake, this person has run up more debt than all of the rest of the presidents combined that we have had. If you don't find that statement alone staggering, then you really are stupid. And I have to say this, I've said it before, I fear that so many of you that are out there are really stupid. Because if you continue to vote for these people, eventually, and in a very quick period of time, you are going to find that you have no money in your paycheck because you haven't seen the worst of Obamacare yet. The worst of Obamacare is going to hit in about 7 weeks after the election, which is how the Abomination planned it. After the election, it's going to hit. And when you see how many people are laid off of their jobs, how many businesses are closing up because they cannot make a living and a profit and are going elsewhere, and when you see how much money it costs you for your deductibles, when you're looking at deductibles that are $8,000, $10,000 a year that you have to pay yourself before you get any coverage, and when you see how many hospitals are closing and how many doctors are opting out, and when you see that the IRS has the right to go into your bank account and take money out of it, if you don't go into Obamacare, which is in the plan as well, you will not believe what you have done to yourselves. And you've done it to yourself. So again, I said, there is a chance right now, if you get up and you go vote, and you vote every single Democrat out of office, out, like out damned spot out, because they are damned spots. If you do that, you can repeal Obamacare, and yes, you can. You can repeal anything. You can repeal Obamacare, you could repeal the IRS if you really pushed it. If you really pushed it hard enough, you could repeal the IRS. You could get rid of the Federal Reserve, which you should. You could do all of these things. The problem is you are not knowledgeable enough to understand what it is that happens to you every day and why you don't have enough money, because all your money gets taken before ever you get it. This is important for you to understand. You have the power. You're not beaten down. You're the one who votes, but you never seem to use it. Use it. Put the power back where it belongs, with the people, not with these clowns. These clowns are desperate and depend on you because haven't you noticed? They're running around the country spending millions of dollars to try to get what? To try to get your vote. Have you ever felt so important before? Well, you should. Because that vote that they want from you is what motivates the country. They'll spend their millions of dollars Don't let them spend it stepping on you. You take back your country. I believe in you, I always have. But nobody else is going to help you. Get up and do it yourself. Closing my show and believing you will vote.
Hi, I'm Maria of My Clean Home Services. Been in business for 5 years now. I specialize in residential and I also do commercial. If you need any references, I can provide that for you upon request. You can give me a call at 954-520-4282 if you have any questions. Thank you and have a wonderful day.